Good morning. Good morning. Oh, look at my crazy hair here this morning. Good morning. Hello, Nancy. Happy Wednesday. Middle of the week. Let me see if my camera's set right. As always this morning, I was kind of in a rush and in a hurry. I'm never ready. That's my everyday life. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning, Lori and Nancy. Got a little bit of, you're watching from work. Yay. Got a little bit of a cold happening. My grandchildren was sick this past weekend. We were at our camp. So we were out camping and got a little bit of a cold. The end of the summer cold. So my voice is a little scratchy. Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. I'm here in PA, so beautiful here. I don't know how it is where everybody else is, but today we're only going to be up to about 78. Very low humidity, sunshine, and it's beautiful out. So the grass needs cut, which is the never-ending story, right? So we're going to be doing that. Texas, we got 2 Texas girls here. Give me 1 second, I will be right back. Try to dim down some of that glare I get on my camera. Okay, good morning. So how was everybody's weekend going into the week? I've been super busy here. I was super excited. As you see, I posted a picture. I was actually at our camp. We had the camper out. We took a trip up to, not far from us. It's only maybe about a half hour from where I live. So it's wet and cold in England. Ugh. So we was out running around and we just, was up there camping and they had a craft show. So I was like, hey, let's head on up and let's see what's going on. And sure enough, I'd noticed one of my designs in a booth. So I stopped and talked, and it's one of the ladies that is here in my group. So that was exciting to see. I do a lot of shipping and I ship to a lot of other states, but she's actually really local and she's close. So how awesome's that? I got to see my designs in action. I love seeing that. So I know that you guys are using them. So that was nice to meet up with someone and talk to someone that is literally here in the group. I know I come live to you and I get to talk to you all, Messenger, and I do the lives here, but to actually physically see somebody in person, see them using my designs, see them using them at craft shows and vendor shows. So that was awesome. I was excited about that. Lost a colleague to COVID. I'm sorry to hear that, Michael. So, yeah. So that was our weekend. We was out and about and come home to back to the craziness of work. As you've seen, I posted some pictures yesterday of my house. And sad to say, that's what my house looks like all the time anymore. Like when my husband says, I do clean up every night though. I will tell you that. I don't leave. I like to start in the morning and start fresh with a new mess, as I so say. I do clean up every single night. At the end of the night, I put everything away. If I'm shipping, I put things in the boxes. I don't just leave the house chaos because I hate to wake up to a chaotic, dirty house. And I feel like, even though it's not dirty, it's just like mass amounts of craft stuff everywhere, I clean it up every single night. So I spend about an hour every night after I'm done working, clean the house up, get it fresh, new start in the morning, and I figure, I need a new craziness in the morning. So, but that is my house almost literally every day of the week. And I hate it. I'm really particular on a clean house. So I always feel like even though it's clean, it's cluttered. So I hate that. I got grandkids that stop over a lot. So I try not to. Usually I warn them. Monday, Tuesdays is my coming off the weekend, crazy days, getting ready for, you know, packing and shipping from the weekend. So if you cannot come over on a Monday and Tuesday, I prefer that. And then like today I'll have grandkids over this afternoon. Love my top, thank you. So, and a lot of you chimed in, that's how your house looks. So I'm not alone in this. It's crazy. So let's get moving on to today's live and what we're gonna do. Everybody seemed to really love the waffle towels, and I will tell you, they did come in, and I have invoiced everybody. So if you haven't got your invoice, please check your PayPal. And when I invoice you, I do send it to the PayPal address that it paid from. And I will tell you, sometimes it's not always the same. Excuse me, I'm gonna be coughing a little bit, so sorry about that. But sometimes your PayPal address that you paid from is not necessarily the same one that I invoiced you to. And the way that works is, it just depends on the device you're on. I know with some devices, you might have registered your phone comes up as a different address as the address that maybe your laptop is from, or your iPad. So make sure that, I'd say the easiest way to do that is just literally log into your PayPal, and that way it'll show you where your invoice is. So that way you can do it that way. And then you know your email, your PayPal will show you that regardless what invoice or what address it came up. It's just in your PayPal. So that's probably the easiest way to do that instead of trying to look for it in, because a lot of people will message me and say, I didn't get that invoice, and it was sent to a different email address, and it was just because it just recognized from whatever device you're on. Okay, let's get past this coughing. My throat is just really scratchy. And no, I don't have COVID. I just have a cold. And it's really high pollen here. So I think that has something to do with it as well. And I actually have to say that 2 of my grandchildren this weekend came out of the weekend and they have strep throat. So I'm hoping I don't get that. I don't think that's what I have. I just have a cold because my other 2 grandchildren that was also there had colds. So that's where I'm at with that. So if I'm coughing and I sound weird, that's the reason why. Okay, so today the waffle towels everybody loved. So those are shipping out. Invoices have all been invoiced. If you didn't get an invoice, after you check your actual PayPal account, you know, not necessarily just your email, check your PayPal account. It'll be in there. It'll show you that you have an invoice. If you did not get that, please message me and I will resend it. But they are all out. I have a bunch already going. I had over, I think 1,200 or 1,500 towels come in. They were all invoiced yesterday. So I worked until about 11 o'clock last night, 11:30, and got those out. And I have already started a box, and I've already started shipping them out, the ones that have paid. So as of before we came on here, everybody who has paid, yours are out, and they will go out today. All right? Labels are on. They're going out. But the waffle towels were a huge hit. And these we are going to do, so I decided to do, I have had a lot of people asking me for these velour towels. And let me tell you, these are my favorite of all time towels that I've ever had. I love, I cannot even stress how much I love these towels. The stitching on these are awesome. They have a really nice rolled like hem. The back is terry cloth, but the front is 100% velour, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, these are so soft. A lot of people say I don't like them. Well, I've had one person, not a lot, say that she did not like them as a kitchen towel, but I'll tell you, I use these in my kitchen. I use these in my bathroom. I use these as hand towels. I've had people order them for christening towels. They are that nice. And when I tell you they sub beautifully, I mean they take the colors so nicely. This is a recipe, an old family recipe. I took it and I did it on the velour towels. These show up so nicely. Let me show you how beautiful. And these towels are last year's towels, and these have been washed multiple times. Especially this one, because this is a favorite that hangs on I've probably washed this, no joke, 20, 30 times. The velour never changes. It never naps, like gets that weird peeling that you would get, like any fuzzies. These do not get it. These make such nice gifts, and that's what I'm going to do with them today. If you don't know what to do with these, like what to make, I sell them year-round all the time with different designs. This is just a normal, everyday farmhouse design. I hang them over my oven handle. And I change them out with every season. I change them out weekly. I change them out twice a week sometimes. I use them. I have gotten sauce on them. I've bleached them. These I bleach. I throw them in with my white towels and I bleach them, and they do not bleach out. Sublimation does not bleach out. Okay, so these can be thrown in and bleached for disinfecting everything. All right. I did post a buy-in already here in the group page. So if you want to get in and you want to start on that buy-in, you can. These will take about 2 to 3 weeks as well. I get them from the same place as I get my waffle towels from. So these will, I think I do. Let me check the label now that I'm thinking about that. No, I do not. My waffle towels come from somewhere else. But I know that these will also be here in about 2 to 3 weeks because I order from this company a lot. And I usually get my orders in about 2 to 3 weeks, even though they're different places. These are made right here in the USA. So they are right here in the States. And when I do the bulk ordering, I get better pricing. So that's why I'm going to be able to offer them to you for $4 because I will get better pricing on these. I sell them in my shop for $5 each or 2 for $10, I think. For when they're blank. But I will tell you, when I sell these made, and I sell them easily at $14 a piece whenever I do the designs on them. I know a lot of people, you can embroider on these. You can sublimate on them. You can even use, and I have used them in the past, and I have done vinyl on them. So if you don't sub yet and you're just here watching and you're still in your vinyl stage, you can apply vinyl to these. And it holds up beautifully. Okay, so it embroiders, it vinyls, it sublimates. But I'm telling you, the sublimation on these turn out fantastic. So my husband's a pastor, so that makes me a pastor's wife. We've had a lot of weddings this year, and we have another one this coming weekend. My husband does the weddings. So we have another one this weekend on Saturday, and I am actually going to give these in as a wedding gift, as part of their wedding gift. And, I've stressed to you before that to up your selling game or, your advertising game, always give your items. I don't care what you're making, what you're doing, incorporate them into a gift. That's the best way to advertise yourself, because somebody is going to ask somebody, where did you get those beautiful towels? I love your towels. And a lot of times people say, oh, I got that as a wedding gift. And someone will say, do you know where you got it? And that I give all of my items, even if I do give a card with some money in it, which we do that as well. And I do that even with the kids. I still give something that I make. Can you provide the buy-in link here? It's right in my post here. You just scroll down. It should be there, or scroll up. It's right in here. You'll see it, the buy-in. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually just going to do a simple, because I don't know the person's decorating and what colors they use. So black and white, always perfect. For pillows, anything like that is always the perfect color to just go ahead and give your gift. So all I did, this is the initial of their last name. Very simple design. All I did was take a square and a rectangle and did it black, and then 2 lines, and then just did the Benelux design, put their initial in it. Super easy. And I am actually, you know me, I like a straight line. So I'm going to take and cut this down so that I can apply it. And I'm using my favorite cutter. This is the Carl rotary cutter. You see me use it every week. I like to cut my designs out straight so that I get better placement. This one a little long, so let me cut it just a little. So this one's going to be a little long, so my cutter goes up to 15 inches, and it's a little bit longer than 15 inches only because these towels are 15 by 25. So I made this design a little bit longer because I do want it to go edge to edge. So I made it a little bit longer than my towel, and I think I made it like 16. So, but you don't have to do it edge to edge. This one I just am going to. Make sure when you do your design, it's mirror imaged. All right. And this one is, yes, mirror imaged. It looks straight on to you, but this is mirror imaged. And when you're doing it, be careful when you do it. And when you put it on, to make sure that you are putting it on correctly. I'm actually, this is what the towel is. It's a very nice size towel. And again, for those of you that are coming late, the back side is like a terry loop, and this is cotton on the back, but this smooth side is a velour. All right, and you'll be able to see, because if you go like the velour is nice one way, but then you'll be able to push it the other way and it lays flat. Sorry, I know that's weird to do it that way, sorry. But it's nice, and you need to keep your velour going in the nap that it does. One way kind of goes up and ruffles. I don't know if you can see that. But when you're laying it down, you'll be able to see how that is. All right, so I do not lint roll these. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I flick that off. I just flick off the lint, because on these, sometimes when I lint roll them, I realize that it gets that lint to come up, and it seems to make more lint. So I don't lint roll these. I just flick them off. And then I'm actually going to do these on the heat press, but I'm going to tell you, these sub beautifully if you only have the Cricut Easy Press, the handheld one. I have used them several times on these towels, and yeah, someone just asked, do I use the Easy Press? I do. These sub beautifully on it, okay? You can just lay it on there and it subs. These take really nicely with the Easy Press. So if you don't have a large heat press yet, no worries. And if you only have the Cricut Easy Press, the handheld one, you can absolutely use it on these, okay? I am doing these at 400. And I'm going to do them for 60 seconds. Actually, I am going to do these for, I'm going to do these for 50. Okay? And this is a 15 by 15 heat press. This is the one that I have up here. I have a larger one downstairs, so, but I didn't think I needed it today. Since this is 15 across, I'm just going to lay it across my heat press. And I have the larger heat pad out today, the pressing pad. This is the Cricut. This is also, these are what you would use if you had the Cricut Easy Press. These are what go underneath them. You can just buy these right at Michael's, right on Amazon. I'm going to use the 16 by 20 just because I need the full coverage across. Usually, normally I have my like 12 by 12 on my press. Because you try to, with a pressing pad, it's trying to make it so that it's even across and getting those seams. All right. And I'm just going to cover my work area with the butcher paper. And I am going to use, let me get some stuff out of the way here. I am going to use heat tape on these. You probably could use the spray. I haven't found a spray that I super love yet, so I struggle with that. So I'm just going to take this design and I'm going to tape it across the bottom of my... You know what, let me get my thing set first. I'm going to set my pressure first. Because you really only need a really light pressure here or you're going to get that funny box. And when I say box, somebody said to me, like, what is a box? When you're doing sublimation and you press down on something, certain items, especially fabric, it gets like an indent. And what you're doing is you're really pushing the nap of that down and you're pressing that nap. A lot of times that does not come back out. It gives you that dreaded paper box. So whatever your paper was, whether you tore it or not, it's going to make that, print that whole paper image in. And that's what you try to avoid with fabric, okay, is the dreaded box, as I would call it. So I'm going to set this at a really light pressure. And mine's still, this is a manual press, so I really have to, it's really hard to tell. Sometimes what I do is I just take my item in, and if I can just pull it out, or like it's snug in there, but yet the pressure's light on it, then I know that that's probably a good press on that. It's light enough to be in there and to be pressing it, but it's okay. I think that's a good pressure. All right, now that we have that set, I'm going to make sure that I take the nap, and that's really important. Make sure that you push the nap down, and you'll know it by feel once you get it, because if you're going against it, it kind of like does that, like skipping. That's not what you want. You want it to be, push it down and make it smooth. How often do I replace these pads? Well, it's kind of a hard question to answer. I do a lot of pressing. I'm probably on, I've had about 6 of the 12 by 12s now. Yeah. And I've just went through 2 of my larger ones. So it really, you'll know it, because I'll tell you why. These ones right here, me show you. You'll know when they start getting, that one thing I love about these, they don't really lose their density, okay? And that's what that's why I love these ones. There is a right side, this is the wrong side, this is the right side, and it'll tell you this side down on the other side. All right, but you'll notice like this one right here is really about had it. As you can see, they start to split. So when it gets to about this, matter of fact, I just ordered some yesterday. So when it gets to about this, I kind of start replacing them. So I just ordered 2 of them yesterday. They'll be here. So it really just depends on how much you're pressing. You have to just look. Do I pre-press these towels? I do. And a lot of it has to do with just, I don't always. So I'm not going to tell you that I necessarily have to pre-press these. But I try to remember. I don't always. I'm really bad with that. And this is one of the items that even if you don't pre-press, it's not going to be a major issue as with some other items. And I'm just going to tape this down. I'm an eyeballer, so I'm just going to eyeball where I want it. I am going to do both ends. All right. Okay, so this is where we're at. All I did was tape this down. As you can see, I have the hangover on it. It's hanging over because I want it to go completely across. All right, I just taped it down. That's all I did. And then we need to put a piece of paper over this. So we're just going to leave it in for about 50 seconds. What are you pressing today? I'm doing the Velour kitchen bathroom towels. These are 15 by 25. I already have a buy-in going on for them. And it's here in the group page. You can just scroll through and find them. All right. Let me see if I missed. All right. And sometimes pressure, it gets a little tricky. Sometimes it's too light, sometimes it's too dark. You'll kind of start getting a feel for it. I do love the easy press on these, to be honest with you. I use my easy press as much as I can on fabric items. Just because it seems like it's just the perfect pressure that it does not give me the that box. And that's edge to edge, okay? Look how pretty that turned out. And now I'm actually just gonna go and I do, when I'm done with these towels, I do flick them. And it seems to help if I did get any boxing. Sometimes it brings that nap up really quickly, okay? And it gets rid of those lines. So let's do the other edge. They look very fancy. Well, they're gonna be now because these are actually gonna go to, these are gonna be a wedding gift. So how simple and easy is that? So inexpensive. Give these to somebody as a wedding gift with their last name and initial. I mean, don't have to spend a lot of money for gifting. Some of my inexpensive items that I have are sometimes the most easy and the most loved ones that you can give to somebody. Like this is going to be out in somebody's bathroom for years. I mean, I still have hand towels. Geez. I bet you, sad to say, probably like 15 years ago. I'm still using those hand towels. And these could be just decorative hand towels. These could be used. Don't be afraid and let your customers know or your recipient know that these can be used. Don't be afraid to not use these. I remember back in the day, and I know still, I go to people's homes and they have decorative towels out that they do not want you to use. They're just for decoration. Let your customers know that even though these might be decorative, use them, bleach them. They're still going to be good. They're going to hold up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do the other side so that they can be used both ways. So if this is hanging somewhere, when one side's dirty, flip it over. That's what I like about a multi-purpose towel. And these are my favorite towels. I have them every holiday. I have them for every holiday. I have them just for every day. And the designs that I had showed you on the other towels, which I seem to have lost. Oh, here they are. They are available in my shop. And these are one of, some of these, like my farmhouse designs, these are some of my favorite ones too. And I sell these for about $14 is what I sell them for, a piece. Am I selling this design? I wasn't. It was just something that's very easy to make. So I just kind of quickly made it up this morning. I can, you know what, when we're done here, I'll just go ahead and throw this design in, and I'll give it to you as a freebie today. How about that? That way you all have it. It's just going to be black though, with no initial in the middle. And then you can go ahead and add your own initials to it. How about that? I'll keep it up for today. Okay, super simple, super easy. All right. Double-sided. And then that way when somebody hangs it over their towel rack, one side clean, one side dirty, flip it over. All right, so I'll put this in, I'll get this made into a design, and then I'll just go ahead and put it in. And then you can use it, you can have it. Beautiful. Okay, let's do one more, because I'm gonna give her a set of two. Get a straight cut on this. I like my edges to be straight. These would make good hostess gifts, I always say. You're going to someone's house for the holidays. Take a kitchen towel. You can just wrap two of them, maybe with some wooden spoons, or whatever dish you're taking, wrap it in it, and then let your hostess have it. Very inexpensive gifts for the holidays when you have all of those parties to attend and you don't want to show up empty-handed to your hostess. I do a lot of these very easy gifts. That I like to go ahead and give to my hostesses. All right. Let me pre-press this one. It's a little rough. I'm gonna make sure that naps down. And if you pre-press this, which pre-pressing does make it nice. It gives it a nice surface to work with. Where do you get the towels to use? I have a buy-in going for these, Kim and Tina. Hear my wind chimes? Yeah, they're on my back porch. So when you do them, make sure that your nap is laying down. And these do fit perfectly on the 15 by 15. Just make sure you have it within the surface. Because they are 15 across, so it fits good on the 15 by 15 press, which I'm using, and it'll work all the way across. And it really does not need a long pre-press. The towel is 15 by 25. All right. Get this one lined up. Make sure I have this all the way across on my press, and then just cover it with butcher paper, and then about 55 seconds, 55 seconds. Do I have any available? Yes, they're in. There's a buy-in here. This is very light pressure. Like I say, it's just enough that I can still, like I can tug on this and it's staying in my press, but it's super light. All right. And that's what you want when it comes to fabric. You need light pressure or you get that box. And as you can see, we're not getting the box. Okay? And it's going edge to edge. Time and temp, 400, about 50 seconds, 50, 55, 400 degrees, very light pressure. These are super easy to do, and they're so beautiful when they're done. And they stay soft. I've washed mine so many times. I can't even count how many times I've washed, especially like my kitchen ones, because I tend to change those every like 2 or 3 days. Just because it hangs on my stove. So it gets, you know, it gets sauces, it gets messes. I wipe my hands on it. So I change them out a lot. And then when I'm done, I just flick it. To get rid of all of that, and there you go. Edge to edge, perfect. It turns out beautiful, and I really mean like beautiful. I mean, it's vibrant. The color is perfect. So these are going to be wedding gifts for those of you that missed it. I'm giving this some items for a wedding gift. You can embroider these towels. These can be used to have vinyl on them if you want to apply vinyl. These are really just an all-around good towel. So depending on what you're doing, you could do all of that on these towels. I do have these in my shop. They're going to be more. In my shop, they're $5 each. I'm going to do a buy-in because the more I can get, the better discount I get. These are going to be $4 each with the buy-in. And we'll have these in about 2 or 3 weeks. And there is a thread here, a post that for these. And make sure when you are pressing, you change out your butcher paper. All right. In between presses, because designs will transfer. A lot of people, I see some people in other groups were using it. And I don't know how they don't get that, because here, let me show you. That is on my butcher paper. Now, if I was to take that and put that, cover my next towel with that, that's gonna transfer. How long will the buy-in be open? I'm gonna keep it open until probably like Saturday. I'll close it. I know that usually works for everybody that needs to, you know, needs to go ahead and get paid in order. All right. If you would use the Easy Press, do you have to add a little pressure? No, I do not. Sherry, I do not add pressure when I do the Easy Press. I literally just set my press on something, on fabric items, and I just leave it do the work itself. There's no need to. There's enough weight for the fabric. And as you can see how it's transferring images? You don't want to do that. Both sides. And there we go. Simple, easy wedding gifts. And I'm going to probably give them, with this, I was thinking including a Mr. and Mrs. mug. Yeah. So there it is. So I'm going to probably just go ahead today and I'll make a mug that says Mr. and Mrs. They'll each get their own. I'll give them, you know, the hand towels that they can hang in their bathroom. And who knows? I might find something else to give them to add to it with their card. And then usually I just tuck a, you know, a card in, and that's what they get. So these are 15 by 25. Really nice size towels. They're perfect hand towels, perfect for hanging over your oven handle. I use these. I have, you know, towel. I use them for my hand towels in my bathroom, in like mine and my husband's bathroom. Yes, this side's terry. This is a terry cloth loop. So that's not the side that you're going to sub on. The velour side is what you're going to sub on. This is 100% polyester. So let me tell you, when I say that your colors will turn out vibrant, they do, because it's 100% polyester, which meaning 100% of your ink is getting infused into that fabric. So that's how polyester count works. So when you buy an item that is only 50% polyester, only 50% of your ink is being infused. So always remember that. That's how that works. So if it's 100% polyester, 100% of your design coloring is being infused. So it is going to be the most vibrant. All right? That they're the colors that you can get. These are from Terrytown, which when you order from Terrytown, you have to have a wholesale account, and you have to buy in bulk there. So these are the Terrytown. And that's where I get, because the better pricing I get from there, the better it turns out. So that's why we're going to do a buy-in for these. All right. Yeah, these are awesome towels. So Pat, you must have got these before, because these are awesome. These are probably the best towels that I have ever used. Any chance that I could do the dishes design in red? If I get a chance to, I will try to. I am so backlogged, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm so backlogged on designs right now that I'm not taking any again. Sometimes I have to shut down and just not take any more designs, because I have designs that I probably have a 3-month wait on right now. So if I get a chance and I can sit down and I can do quickly change out the coloring on that, I will. But I'm probably going to be honest with you, I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. Just because I'm so backlogged on designs. I'm not even taking any more custom orders at this point. Yeah, I won't use any other either, Pat. So you definitely know. These are so soft. You'll be, if you've not used these towels, if you've not bought these towels before, when you get them, you are going to be very impressed with them. When I first ordered them, I took a chance and just, when I get new vendors and things like that, I'll go in and I'll just order like 2 or 3 of a sample to get a sample of things. And when I got these, I was so impressed with these. Are these towels something you carry all the time? I do carry them all the time. They're always in my shop, yes. When I put them in my shop, though, they have to be a little bit more because I got to cover, some other costs with Etsy. But I don't buy as many as I probably would with this buy-in. Like when I did the waffle towels, I did a buy-in. My first buy-in was like $1,200. I think my second buy-in was $1,500. So when I do more bulk orders, as with anything, your pricing comes down the more you can order at one time. So that's why I like to do sometimes the buy-ins with you, because we can get them, I can get them at a better cost, and then you can get them at a better cost. Okay, so yeah, Tammy, we're almost at the end, but this is what we did. We did the towels. Okay, so for anybody that wants to order the towels, these are going to be, there's a post here, a thread here in this group page. Go ahead and get on the buy-in in there. The more I can, obviously the more I can buy in, the better. I set the price at $4 because I'd really have to have like a whole bunch more. So I'm hoping to get at least a $1,200 order, or 1,200 of these, so that we can get it at that pricing. But I do carry these all the time. These are always in my shop, okay? I don't usually order that many at one time, so when we do a buy-in, I get a better price to offset to you guys. But yes, I do carry these all the time. At least I try to. Because this is one of my staple sellers. I sell a lot of these. And again, the holidays are coming up, and I know a lot of you are thinking, well, it's only the end of August, beginning of September, but I'm going to tell you this. September 1st, every person that sells wholesale, that buys in bulk, that sells like big orders, your companies, your bulk order companies, things like that, they start September 1st is when everybody starts their overseas orders for the holidays. Because overseas, it takes at least 10 to 12 weeks normally to get items. So we got September, October. You're looking at around November, end of October, November for things. I've actually already started in August because I always try to get that little jump start, because we're ordering from overseas for 90% of our products. And it takes a lot for them to come over. Most of the time, things come over on a boat. That's the way, unless you're paying air, which if it comes over by air, it's really expensive. So things come. Sorry, my grandson's calling. He's probably going to call 5 times in a row. So things are coming over via a boat, okay? So they're coming over that way. It's going to take me probably, with some of my items, takes me about 10 weeks. So I started back in July, and the beginning of this month, I started ordering items. So just remember that, yes, Maria, absolutely, with COVID, shipping is horrible. It's taking now even longer than the normal times. Things sell out quickly. So what I wanted to order necessarily, I know I can get these. So that's why I want to close it on Saturday so that we get in for these, okay? Things sell out quickly. So what I necessarily might have had thinking, oh, I'm going to go to order from overseas that day, I had it in. I was thinking about it, and then I come back later that night or the next day, they're gone. And that's the way it goes. That's the game that sometimes we have to play. And so if you're thinking about, you know, Christmas, and I know a lot of you think, well, it's really early, I'll just wait until November when I start marketing. Don't do that. If you think you want it, you could sell some of these towels. I suggest get them now, start stocking up. And then just know that that's going to be the item that you're going to concentrate on marketing for yourself. You know, if it's mugs, do that now. Whatever it is that you want to sell for the holidays, you really need to start thinking right now what you want to get for the holidays. Because if you don't, chances are you're not going to have, you're not going to get the pricing that you want, and you're not going to get the items that you want, because things sell out super quick. Even in a lot of like, I do with Coastal, and if you do order things from Coastal, I do have a discount code in my announcements, but they sell out a lot of things quickly. There's a lot of times I'll go in and I'll be like, I needed something, I needed 20 of these, and they're sold out and they don't know when they're gonna come back in stock. So just start thinking now ahead for the holidays, and start stocking up, because a lot of things that you might want to sell, that you might be interested in, and you're going to market them around October, they might not be available to you. So whether it be the towels, mugs, anything that you're looking at, please start looking now. Okay. Any idea how many you can get in a large flat rate box? A large flat rate box, I should be able to put 10, 20. I think I fit 40 or 45 in a large flat rate box. I think it was 40 I was able to put in. So I'm going to say probably 40 of these towels can go in a large flat rate. And I always try to give you guys the best shipping, whether it be the post office, whether it be sometimes I need to, you know, package them into, depending on what zone you are. For me, I'll do a flat rate if that's cheaper, or if not, sometimes UPS is cheaper, and I do that. All right, I'm not here to gouge you on shipping. I hate shipping myself. I hate shipping costs. That to me is probably the thorn in my side. And shipping just keeps going up. I just heard that they are considering at the holidays, UPS and United Postal Service is now going to add a holiday charge for shipping. I think they said Black Friday and on, because to help them to offset the costs of, I guess, the mass amount that they're getting in at the holiday shipping time. So just remember that too, because shipping's going to go up as well. Alrighty. Okay, so I think I answered. Hopefully I didn't miss any questions. Sometimes it scrolls a little too fast on my end. All right, so if you're looking for these towels, all right, these are going to be the wedding gifts. This is what we did today if you're coming in late. All right, they sub beautifully. Here's the colors on them. This is a colored towel. I do have these designs. These are 15 by 25. They can be bleached after you sub them. They can be very well loved and used. The nap doesn't change on these. These are a velour on the side that we sub on. These can be done with embroidery, vinyl, sublimation. You can, I bleach these towels all the time. These go in with my white bath towels, and I bleach them. And I have never lost any coloring on them. They do not nap. They don't get that funny peeling to them on them like, you know, like some naps do. They don't get that. I've never had fuzz balls on them or anything like that. And they are, to me, the absolute perfect towel. So I do have a buy-in if you're looking for them. They're $4 each. There is a post here, and you can order them there. I'm going to close it probably Saturday night. Do they absorb fairly well? They do. I will tell you this though. I noticed that once I wash them, after I sub them and I washed them, they absorb better. So they might have had like some kind of, I don't know if it's starching or the sizing that was in it. As with anything, the more you wash them, the better they get. You know, just as with any towel, like you get that first towel and it doesn't absorb very well, and then you wash it. I do use like Downy in it and stuff like that, and these absorb very well. So I don't have any issues with them. All right, so you can find them in the thread here, and I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can message me. I'll go ahead and turn this into a design. I probably can't get to it until later tonight, so I am gonna let you know that. As soon as I get off here, I gotta clean up the house. The grandkids are coming. So I'm gonna be busy today with the grandkids. All right, but I will turn that into a design, and then I'll go ahead and put it in. I might even just stick it in for the Free File Friday. If I don't get to it, I'll just add it as the extra design as well. But I'll make sure you get another design with Free File Friday. I'm not gonna shortchange you on that one, okay? All right, everybody. All right, so happy midweek on a Wednesday. And if you have any questions, anything like that, go ahead and message me. If I don't get you here, sometimes it goes to my other messenger, or sometimes my grandkids swipe it away and it looks like maybe I read it and I didn't. You can always message me in my Etsy shop, all right? I love you guys, and be blessed.